Chelsea contacted me over the weekend because she'd been hearing some feedback from people in the industry that there was some low morale going on out there. I've heard it a little bit myself at the shop as well. Chelsea, tell me what you've been hearing.
I just a few I've seen a few things online and then just talking to a few people, not that I necessarily work with, but maybe have worked with or other hairstylist friends that they're actually looking for thinking about making a career change because of just how this past year has gone. And, it's been difficult. And now it seems like people are starting to look elsewhere for some feeling like they need a change. And when I hear this, it makes me really sad because I think that um, we have such an amazing career and we have an opportunity to really help people and help each other. And I think for the most part, we've been doing a really good job right now um, with everything with the pandemic and, being there for people. So I thought it might be nice to come on and like talk with you about it because you know a lot of people in our industry as well, and just try and share like some things that I've been doing or I'm talking to people who are doing well and feeling good about everything, what they've been doing, just to try and make people feel a little better and try and move forward into sort of thinking that eventually this pandemic is going to end and we're going to get back to, normal life and everything will be better and good.
Right. Um, Generally speaking, are they mentioning why they're considering a career change? Is business just down and they're having a hard time making ends meet, or are they
Yeah,
just
I think so.
fatigued?
I think both. Like I think, for a lot of us, like our business is not really the same as it was before. We definitely can't see as many people in a day. There's obviously a lot of like cleaning happening, and I know some spaces can't accommodate us full time as they did before. Um, so definitely like, I think numbers are a big thing for sure, but also just people are tired and they don't feel like it's gonna ever get back to normal, I think.
Yeah. I'm hearing both sides of the spectrum, and I think that when this whole thing started, the whole phrase was "we're all in this together," and at the beginning, for sure, we were all in lockdown, we were all getting served, we were all kind of dealing with the same situation. But it wasn't long after that that it became pretty obvious that it's not an equal playing field, and it's really clear to me now that some people are actually doing fairly well, and other people are really suffering. And it's not through anybody's fault. It really is just a roll of the dice. It's really random. It
Hmm.
depends on where your shop is. It depends on who your clients are. If there's a shop that's in a business area that relies on office workers, they're really in tough shape right now
Yeah, for
because
sure.
obviously the vacancies or the vacancies are huge in the office spaces right now. And if you're maybe out in the suburbs where those office workers would commute from previously, you're maybe doing better because you've
Yeah.
got these new clients that are coming to see you. So it was just a roll of the dice, and for some people it's worked out really well, and others are in a terrible place.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to provide reassurance to somebody who's in a shop that the numbers are so down.
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, if your clients aren't there, then they're not there. So you just got to try to figure out promotional ideas and how long can you discount your services before you just and if you don't get immediate response from that, you just feel like you're giving services away. So yeah, there's not any clear answer for people that are suffering because their numbers are down. um, and I guess um, for general morale boosting, um, education, online
Yeah.
education, one of the options. What we're recommending as people in the industry to the general public, to our clients, is that if they're feeling down, they should come out and get services. They should come out and be pampered and get a haircut. I think that is good advice even for us in the industry.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
and
as
yeah.
maybe as stylists and barbers, we can offer a discount to other people in the industry to
Yeah.
come and get services.
Well,
And
yeah.
somebody who's feeling like they're left uninspired, maybe choose a stylist or a barber that inspires you and book an appointment. And give this theory a test and see whether it's what we're telling our clients is true,
I've
that
got
it actually oh, look who's here. Chris.
Yeah, it's Chris.
Chris just
You're coming to make everyone feel better.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Another effective method of boosting morale is
Yeah,
like you said.
absolutely. So going back to that, I actually I put together a little list of things that like have personally helped me over this, this up and down of the last year. And actually one of them was getting my hair done or like doing my hair. It has been it is hard to find the time in the salon to, um when two stylists are working together, it's hard to find the time to do each other's hair, especially right now with our timing being so limited. But there'll be a day or two where I just like, I'll grab a toner and I'll tone my hair, maybe something a little different than I usually do or whatever, right? And it's those little things, they actually really help. Like they do help. And I was thinking about this morning, how it would be great to go to another hair salon and get your hair done because, you're not going to be sort of looking at the clock. You're not going to be, oh, I gotta, we gotta be fast so we can get back to our clients. Just go and take yourself and enjoy it. Like and go exactly see someone who, maybe you've been following on Instagram, or you want to try something different. Like maybe they have a style that you like their photos, you're kind of after that, like just go and do it. Like why not, right? Like we all need those little like visits out in the world right now. And it's part of it to sorry, hopefully that's not too loud. We all need it's good to remember that when our clients are coming to see us, they might be bringing a lot of their baggage with them, but we are one of the only normal things that they're doing right now. So just like us, not feeling like we can just go out and travel and this and that. It is the same for them. And we are kind of one of their only contacts with like the outer world, let's say. And so like socially, like, who else are they they're not seeing anyone else. They're not talking to anyone else. They're talking to us. It's we do have kind of an important role right now, I think, for sure.
Yeah, that's something to remember too. You're feeling low, you're feeling down, but keep in mind how important you are.
Yeah.
Even if you've only got half or 2/3 of the clients that you had prior to COVID, the clients that are coming in, they're relying on you to carry them through. But you're going to need that same support. So I knew of stylists that prior to COVID, just as regular routine, would book cuts and services with stylists that they'd heard about, or stylists that inspired them through Instagram, or that they'd heard about through other stylists in the shop or other barbers in the shop. And maybe not even necessarily a specific stylist, but a salon or a barber shop that you hear about that has a certain vibe. And two things. You go there to be uplifted, of course, but secondly, maybe you'll see something that you can integrate into your own service that will help to boost the morale of your own clients, and maybe even eventually down the road your bookings.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that that's definitely key, reaching out to the community to see if you can get support. And you could even be anonymous. You could go into another shop and just and not even mention that you're a stylist. But why not? Why not share that you're a stylist, and then you'll have that understanding, and maybe even get a little discount. I certainly suggest that we, as the industry, support other people in the industry by maybe offering a discount to our colleagues.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. You see it in like the restaurant industry. They do it. They have like industry night or industry deal or that kind of thing. Why not, right? And then it just also, I think it's really good to stay connected with people outside of maybe your immediate circle, because, we can get sort of, in our little groups and in our little teams, which is great. It's great to be close with your team, but sometimes, that sort of outside connection can bring you something a little different. Like maybe they're using a new product you've never heard of, and that's cool. Like, or maybe they've taken a class that's really good, or whatever. Connection is so important, especially right now, I think. For sure. That's what's great about even, going to visit a shop like yours. You might see 5 other people who you like haven't seen in a long time, and everyone, you're going to pick up your clipper blades or color or whatever. It's really cool. It's cool to actually go in and visit, maybe instead of ordering online. And I know we're supposed to kind of keep our interactions short and sweet, but it's still, you can go in and safely say hi, and it's good to do that and keep, it keeps you just connected with your people. Yeah.
Did you have other things on your list apart from?
Yeah, I do. So I actually, something that I have been hearing a lot is that, we are really tired of talking about the pandemic. And people are saying, I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to, like, everyone just complains. And that is true a little bit, but I think people, again, going back to that, they have nowhere else to talk about these things. So something that I've come up with, and that actually seems to really work and is good for both of us, like myself as the stylist and the client. It's just like a quick little, in my mind, it's this little checklist where they'll sort of, start saying, oh, I was supposed to go away this year, I'm not, and oh, how do you feel about everything, and have you found a good face mask, whatever. It's something pandemic related. I'll let them sort of finish it out, like whatever it is, and just give like a very sort of like short and sweet like reply of, yeah, I know it's been really hard, or oh yeah, or yeah, that sounds difficult, whatever, something like that. And then I'll just gently change the subject. And it seems to really work, because I still want them to feel heard. Like I want them to feel not only like they're getting their hair done because they need their roots touched up or whatever, but just that they can feel comfortable and feel like they have, they have like support from me or from whoever. So I just do that little checklist. I just listen, I give a little reply, and then I just move into something else. And that's actually seemed to really work. It's helped me keep some of my energy up for the rest of the day, right? Because if we just sort of let it drag out all day, then that's what's going to happen.
Right. So you gently navigate them away from the COVID or the negativity. It doesn't even necessarily have to be COVID.
For sure. Yeah. And it's just, I've done that. I haven't noticed myself doing that so much before, but now I do remind myself, like, we gotta move on from this. Right. So that's been really helpful for sure. Right. Something else what I have on my list here is just it's this line that I've told myself since I've started, and that someone told me, and I always um, keep up with it. But it's just fake it till you make it. So even if it's a slow day or a slow week, and it doesn't, like it's kind of like maybe not seeming like it'll pick up that kind of thing. I actually just tell myself that I'm really busy. Like, oh my God, it's so busy. And like, oh, I better relax right now because it's gonna get really busy. Um, like you just have to put it out there. You really do. And, we are gonna have slower days and slower times, especially right now. I think the news does affect that whenever there's more, if a new restriction comes out or a new whatever reminder that the numbers are going up, that kind of thing. It does. I have noticed it does impact my schedule, but I just don't. I just tell myself it's very temporary, and it's just time for me to prepare for 2 weeks from now when it's going to be crazy. So you just got to keep like just post on Instagram how busy you are,
Right.
right? And
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
you
That's
just
right.
have to like I got one spot left, come grab it. They always do, and it just keeps you in that positive mindset.
Right.
Um, Something else I have here too is trying to offer a new service to your existing clients. And also maybe like experimenting a little bit with their current services. So let's say they're just coming in for a root touch up, like maybe change up their formula a tiny bit or offer them some face framing highlights or something like that, an ends color, a glossing, like a toner, whatever. People right now, I think, again, because there's not much going on, they are looking for things to like change it up a little bit. Also looking for things to spend their money on. Um, when they are in the salon, like they're there for a reason. So once you can get them in, it's great. And not to say we're just trying to upsell people, but we're just trying to also mix it up for ourselves and not just do the same thing over and over again.
And that goes back to us getting services as well. And I went
Hmm.
and got my mullet complete. I
Yeah,
went
it
to
looks
see Merrick at UBS the other day, and
looks
this
good.
is not a style I've ever done before, but it changes my spirit too when
Yeah,
I see myself and then clients that come in and like, whoa, rocking the mullet. Your clients will come in and see that change that you made, and maybe like, though, oh, Chelsea is brave enough to try that. I want
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's amazing how often clients will just kind of monkey see monkey do. As soon as they see somebody else who's willing to take that step, then oh, okay, I want that too, right?
for sure. Well, I mean, not that long ago, you remember, but I had a bit of an incident with that
With the
violet
purple
shampoo.
shampoo. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I had that pink hair for the
I
2 weeks,
just so everybody's clear, I gave Chelsea a purple shampoo that I thought would help to tone her blonde, but it ended up actually being like pink color. It was like purple color that changed her
yeah,
hair pink.
yeah, it was to enhance hair that had been previously colored violet.
Right.
Um,
Oops.
and what, yeah, oops, whatever. I mean, it was pretty funny. It was a little surprising, but whatever. When I went to work with it that week, all of a sudden I was doing all this pink hair. Like it was
There you go.
hilarious. I was feeling kind of shy. Like I'm not really a colored hair person for myself, but everyone was like, "Oh my God, I love that. Can I have that? Can I have that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I guess that's all." And like, how fun? Why not?
Right.
A lot of the sentiment there was, uh, well, I'm not going into the office, so I can do whatever I want. And
Wow.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, go with it. Why not?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's a great point. So many people saying, I'm at home. I don't really need to get my hair done. You're at home. Take this opportunity to do
totally.
something wacky,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I've actually had, I want to say like 5 or 6 real, sort of significant changes in uh, women who traditionally would work in maybe a more conservative work environment, in an office where it's maybe you're not going to go with purple or pink hair, but now they're like, yeah, let's do it. So that too, like offering that suggestion to people, because I think sometimes people in no matter what time, pandemic or not, might need a little bit of a nudge in a certain direction. Like they're not going to come up with it on their own. And it's our job as professionals to help them like come up with that idea or like offer them suggestions. And it just, again, it makes your job more exciting. It makes their day more exciting. It makes your Instagram more exciting for sure. So that was one thing. Another thing that I had on my list is to take a class, like, or classes or whatever. Everything now, I think for the most part is online. I'm sure there are some little, maybe one-on-ones you could take or whatever, but just something. And something I have been thinking about recently is trying to take them locally, because it might be a good way to connect again with people in your immediate sort of community, people who you could like eventually hang out with or go get your haircut by or whatever. Yeah, I think that's a great thing to do. Like every time I do that, I feel so much better and more confident for sure, and just like inspired again.
Yeah, what I've been trying to do is just on the stories, every once in a while post a local educator that's worth considering following, looking into to see what classes they're offering, and if they are offering classes, they'd be small, but a lot are just offering online classes, and a lot actually have YouTube videos that they've posted, or they have regular live streaming classes that they do. So I mean, you can watch FineEdge in the stories to look for suggestions, but just ask around as well, and see what's happening. And then of course there's a ton of stuff online. It's crazy how much information there is on YouTube and just free education.
And I think if something trips us up in the day, like I mean it happens to me all the time, or maybe you have a service that doesn't go quite as well, like go home and YouTube it, like see what other people are doing, like don't be scared to like educate yourself, right? Because we're not perfect.
We mentioned Vancouver Hairstylist Community on Facebook a couple times. Join that group. That's always great for advice. And you can search once you've joined the group. You can search whatever topic it is you're interested in, and chances are somebody's already posted, and there's probably all kinds of replies. If not, of course, you can ask whatever question, and to be sure you will get a ton of replies, and it might confuse you more, but that's the nature of education. Sometimes you come out more confused, but it's the journey. Eventually you'll get clarity.
Yeah, for sure. And no, that's great advice too. Like that's a perfect example of connecting with your community. Is like that page has so many people on it, like we're both on it. There's all different types of stylists too. There's brand new stylists, there's salon owners, there's different suppliers, and it's great. It's a really great resource for sure. And actually too, the thing that I always like about it is if you want to find a product locally, you can actually find it. You can ask on there. You're not searching some rabbit hole of where can I get this online. It's nice. It's good.
You'll find out pretty quickly too that you're not alone in whatever clarification you're looking for. You'll ask a question, and like I say, you search it first, and you'll probably see that people have asked that same question before. But you'll ask a question, and suddenly you realize that it's a great question. Yeah, lots of people are engaging and interested in the answer. As long as you've been in the industry, as long as I've been in the industry, as long as so many people that I interact with have been in the industry, there's still all kinds of questions that we don't have answers to that we're seeking out. So keep on searching.
Yeah, for sure. Something else I wanted to say, which might sound kind of counterintuitive right now with not being, maybe some of us aren't as busy, that kind of thing, but it is important to remember that you can say no to people. I think when we get a little bit down or we get a little bit overwhelmed, and maybe when we feel like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to do it anymore, it might be because we're not staying true to what we actually want to do with this job. And it is okay to turn someone away, and or even if they're already your client, it's okay to gently let them go. Once you start doing that, of course, where it's appropriate, you can't just ditch everyone because you don't like them or whatever. But if there's people who are really sort of draining your energy and taking away from your work with your other really positive clients, you can say no, and you should. Like, we can't just only focus on our book being entirely full 24/7, and we'll take whoever and whatever to make that happen. It's just that's gonna burn you out really quickly, and it's gonna leave you kind of disappointed at the end of the day. So don't be, even if you're new and you're really looking to build, or if you've been doing it for like 20 years and you're feeling the pinch of this pandemic, like, it's okay to say no, and it's okay to just like follow your gut. And if something's telling you it's not working, it's probably not working. And if we do that, it allows the door to open for new people and new opportunities to come in.
Yeah, you've got the right to refuse service. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If
Especially
something...
right now, right? And if someone's giving you a hard time about your restrictions or whatever, like, see you later. You don't have time for that. You have to keep, your best self for everyone who wants to come and just enjoy their time with you. So that's something I've been thinking about for a long time, because I don't see it as much as I feel like I should. But, we're all different. We all have different levels of comfort, and sometimes it takes a little longer to get there, but you can say no.
I think that's the nature of the personality that's attracted to this business. Whoop. Oh, hey. Now Coco's speaking up. I guess Karina's about to show up here.
Oh, yeah.
The personalities that are attracted to this business are, good morning, are supportive of people and serving, and want to make people feel better. So I think we have a tendency to maybe over service sometimes, and it just sucks our energy. But it's like you say, it's something that you learn in time. Eventually you realize I have to communicate my limits. Yeah, for sure. That's a really great way to put it. It's just like, you have your limits, and recognizing where they are. You just gotta, we gotta do it. We gotta like be our best for our people. And we are lucky. We have a great job. We do. And when times are good, it's really good. We're coming to work and we're hanging out with our friends and we're doing hair all day. And I think we're really blessed, and we're helping people, and, people they feel better when they leave. And that happens in 2 hours. Like, that's amazing. It's really, I just think it's really special. And I think, it's easy to feel down, but if we can just remember like why we're doing this and why we started and why we went to hair school or apprentice or whatever, like, when you remember like why you did it, I think it's, it can hopefully pick you up and put you back on the right direction. Right. Cool. Yeah. Did you go through your list there? I did. Let me just make sure. Yeah, well, just at the very end, I just kind of said that, but just reminding yourself why you did this or why you do it, and like think of some of your best days, right? How fun they are. It's actually like, a hair salon is like, I think it's the best place to be. I love the hair salon. I probably spend too much time there, but that's okay. It's it's just, that's why we do it. Yeah, I think that's a great way to wrap up, is to remind yourself why you started doing it, because you want to lift people's spirits, you want to make people feel beautiful, you want to make people feel good. And also let us remind you, and don't forget to remind yourself how important you are to the community, particularly right now, I don't think that there's too many other businesses services over the last year that have been as important. I mean, certainly healthcare has been tremendously important,
Yeah.
but beyond that, for services to the community, the hairstylists, hair professionals, beauty professionals have done tremendous work to help support the community. And every stylist out there, every barber out there, remember that you are key to keeping the community uplifted, keeping people feeling good about themselves. And yeah, it's challenging sometimes because it's sucking your energy. But like Chelsea says, just remember those positive conversation suggestions that you can kind of navigate the client away from the negative. And you know, we're getting pretty close to spring now. February is always the heaviest draw. And mid-March, we're gonna put our clocks forward, and the sun's gonna be setting later. And you know, these are things that we can remind our clients about.
Yeah.
You know, when they're talking about how awful things are, well, you know, the sun is gonna be setting later. Whatever. It's just something you and maybe even note a few key positives that you can just default to.
Yeah, for sure. Or like, you know, there is some good news out there in the world. Like maybe take a look through your phone before you start and see like, well, what good happened today, and share that with people.
Right. Yeah.
Even as simple as that, right? Like not all the news is bad. There are good things that happen.
Yeah. You might have to search a little bit, but,
but
generally the news cycle, they like to focus on the negative that gets more clicks. But yeah, for sure. Positivenews.com. Maybe there's something out there.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's, I mean, I just keep saying, and I actually truly believe it, but we're on the path, and it's going to get better, and we just gotta, you know, wake up and be a good person.
Yeah.
That's it. Like really.
Yeah. Good advice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thanks, Chelsea.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah.